Recently, Mad City Chapter 2 has arrived and reignited the long debate between Jailbreak and Mad City. I'm going to try to settle the debate in this video where I compare many different aspects of both games. I'm going to compare the vehicles, graphics, the robberies, UI, seasons, bugs, live events, team balance, and microtransactions of both games. In each category, I will give a point to the game which does better. I've left some time codes in the description if you want to skip ahead to any categories that interest you. Anyways, let's get started. First up, let's compare the vehicles of both games. The main things we can talk about here are the physics and the looks of the vehicles. The Jailbreak vehicles have really good physics in my opinion. They're pretty easy to drive around the map and they handle really well. Unfortunately, the Mad City vehicles are a big downgrade from this. While they have been substantially improved by the recent update, the Mad City vehicles are still a bit too tough to control. Now, as for the models of the vehicles, I asked Ed, a prominent Jailbreak community creator, to give his thoughts on the Mad City models. Overall, Jailbreak vehicles are much better than Mad City vehicles in both looks and physics. Up next, we have graphics. Jailbreak easily has the better graphics out of the two games. Jailbreak is just really beautiful to look at, and in some areas, it's hard to believe this is a Roblox game. Asimo and Badcc effectively utilize a lot of Roblox's modern materials to make the game look absolutely beautiful. The Mad City graphics in comparison don't look that great. They're aiming for a more cartoony feel, but this makes everything look really basic and like plastic. Therefore, I'm also giving the dub to Jailbreak in this category. Next, let's compare the robberies between both games. I have to give Mad City the point here, as Mad City robberies are just so much better executed than Jailbreaks. Many Jailbreak robberies have become incredibly repetitive. However, Mad City robberies are so exciting and so much fun. They feel like actual heists, and there's so many different levels to them. Also, some of the Mad City robberies are randomly generated, which makes them even more fun. Compare this to Jailbreak robberies like the Tomb, which have been exactly the same for the past year now, making them quite boring to rob. Overall, I think Mad City is by far the better game at robberies. Then we have UI. The Jailbreak UI is really inconsistent. For example, the safe UI does not look anything like the contract UI. They look like they come from two different games. I know the devs are going to address this in the safe update, but there's still stuff like the gun shop UI which does not match well with the UI of the game. Also, the cartoony UI Jailbreak is going for nowadays doesn't mesh well with the more realistic graphics of the game, and I would have preferred if they went a different direction with their UI. Compare this to Mad City, where their UI is overall very consistent, very polished, and it just looks really good. Like I mentioned before, Mad City is aiming for a more cartoonish look, and their UI matches with it really well. Therefore, I'm giving Mad City the point in this category. After that, we have live events. Jailbreak has pulled off 3 live events with little to no bugs or issues. For the most part, Jailbreak live events are very well planned out and really well executed. It's really admirable how all 3 live events were pulled off by only 2 people. The Mad City events have tried to go much bigger in scale, however, their ambition is just too great in too many cases. The most recent live event was a pretty big disaster in my opinion, as there were so many bugs and so many people, myself included, were not able to experience the live event properly, as there were many game-breaking bugs and issues experienced throughout. Therefore, I'm giving another point to Jailbreak. Then we have bugs. Jailbreak is notorious for how many game-breaking bugs it has, Luckily, the latest update did a thorough job of patching a lot of bugs, but it also created some new ones, and there's still quite a few that have not been addressed. However, Mad City is much worse in this aspect in my opinion. Like I said earlier, the live event was really buggy and completely stopped working for so many people, myself included. Chapter 2 has been pretty good bug-wise, but I've still experienced quite a few really aggravating bugs. There was also a really long span of time between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 where the devs didn't really update the game much, and there were so many bugs rampant in that time. Therefore, I'm giving another point to Jailbreak, as the devs do a more thorough job, in my opinion, of squashing bugs wherever they rise. Up next, we have seasons. I think the Mad City seasons are better than the Jailbreak seasons. The Mad City seasons perfectly blend together the old style of Jailbreak seasons, which I loved, where you got XP from arresting and robbing places, while also including fun challenges into the season. The challenges are pretty unique in my opinion, and they never feel as boring as Jailbreak contracts have become. While I understand why Jailbreak now has only contracts, it still doesn't take away the fact that Jailbreak seasons have become rather boring now, and I think Mad City seasons are just more fun. Therefore, I'm giving Mad City the point in this category. Now we come to team balance. This is an area where both games are really struggling right now. Jailbreak has a huge problem with the balance between the cop and criminal teams. Right now, the criminal team makes so much more money than the cop team, and with the introduction of hyperchromes, there is less of a reason to play on the cop team. However, Jailbreak's team balance looks amazing when you compare it to the Mad City team balance, which is a disaster. Like Jailbreak, the criminal team is the place to be if you want to make more money. The hero team, while fun to play, is not that good for making money. The cop team in Mad City is absolutely abysmal. There's no purpose for the police team in Mad City to exist at all. It's much more difficult to arrest people in Mad City, and if you're facing 2 people or squads of people in Mad City as a cop, you're basically done for. At least if you're a hero, you have a fighting chance due to your superpowers, but as a cop, you're basically done. Therefore, I have to give the point here to Jailbreak. However, both games really need to work on their team balance. Next, let's compare the microtransactions of both games. Again, this is another category where both games are really flawed. Recently, Jailbreak has been pushing way too many cash grabs, the season passes are way too overpriced, and the most recent VIP trading game pass was a new low. However, Mad City is much worse in this aspect, as they try to force in game passes in any area they can. You want to access some cool emotes? Pay Robux. Want to get this cool gun that doesn't really do much damage? Pay Robux. Want to level up faster? Pay Robux. In any area they can, they will try to force you to pay. Therefore, I'm giving Jailbreak the point in this aspect. But like I mentioned earlier, both games have a real problem with their microtransactions. After comparing both of these games, I definitely think Jailbreak is superior. Jailbreak overall looks better, it's much more polished, the vehicles are much more fun to drive and they look really good, and it has had several great live events. Mad City is superior in its robberies, which feel like more comprehensive and fun heists, and its seasons. It also does a better job at maintaining a more consistent UI, which looks really good. Both games really struggle with managing bugs and glitches, balancing microtransactions, and making sure the teams are balanced. Overall though, I definitely prefer Jailbreak to Mad City, even though I do think both games have their merits. But that's gonna wrap up my comparison of Jailbreak and Mad City. What did you think? Which game do you prefer? Do you think I should have talked about any other categories? Should I make more Mad City content? Make sure to tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more Jailbreak videos in particular, please make sure to like and subscribe for Jailbreak rankings, reviews, interviews, and more. Also consider joining my Roblox group linked below in the description, and following me on Twitter and joining my Discord if you're over 13. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.